Everyone desires limitless prospects, stronger relationships, a healthy physique, and a forgiving heart. A good heart, a clear head, and enough money are all required. Why can't you all obtain these things if you all desire them? Many of us are unable to reach these goals because we have an inner voice that frequently tells us otherwise, says terrible things and persuades us that they are true. This inner voice tries to convince you that you are not smart, strong, or good enough to achieve your goals in life. This hidden foe is damaging and prevents you from pursuing the life you deserve. It contributes to anxiety and despair. You must control your inner voice if you want to be the best you can be. You must learn how to quiet it down and redirect it to something that will benefit you instead of stifling your growth. My friends, the route of mastering your inner voice is not simple, but it is vitally important and transformational. Understanding and mastering this is the key to unlocking all of life's treasures. Inner discourse. Your ongoing dialogue with yourself shapes your world. It can be your best friend or your deadliest enemy. The negative self-talk you engage in has a significant impact on your life outcomes. Negative self-talk pushes you down the wrong path. It's like a parasite that feeds on your hopes and dreams. But the good news is that you have complete control over it. You have already set yourself up for failure if you allow the negative voice to take control. Consider Thomas Edison's inspiring narrative. He encountered thousands of failures while attempting to invent the electric light bulb. If he had listened to his inner critic who told him, "You can't do it," the globe could have remained in darkness for much longer. But he reminded himself that he had not failed. "I've just discovered 10,000 ways that won't work." And he persisted till he succeeded. Consider J.K. Rowling's story as well. She is the beloved author of the Harry Potter series. Her life had been difficult. She began working on Harry Potter at the time. She was a single mother who was struggling financially and suffering from depression. Her internal monologue may easily have been overwhelmed by despair and pessimism. There were numerous possibilities for her to convince herself, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough. Not sufficient." She, however, did not. Instead, she devoted herself to writing, devoting every spare hour to her project. She persisted even after receiving multiple rejections from publishers. What if Rowling had succumbed to a nasty inner monologue? What if she had listened to the voice that told her she'd never win? We might not have known about Harry Potter's magical world. Rowling's story shows us the importance of managing our inner dialogue and preserving our self-belief, which can lead us to unfathomable achievement. Anything is possible, she says, if you have enough guts. You can manage your inner dialogue if you persuade yourself, you can when the world is against you. Although it appears that you cannot, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Let's look at the many sorts of negative self-talk and how to overcome them. This type of negative self-talk emphasizes and filters out the negative features of a scenario and highlights the positives. It's similar to wearing glasses that only allow you to see the shadows. For example, suppose you get comments on a presentation. Even though conclude 9 out of 10 responses were good, you chose to focus entirely on the one negative comment, believing that your presentation was bad. Recognize the good in every circumstance, no matter how minor. Personalizing. Do you automatically blame yourself when something goes wrong? When you personalize, you ascribe external occurrences to your perceived faults. For example, if a group project at work falls behind schedule, you immediately blame yourself, believing it is all your fault, even though multiple people were involved. The delay was caused by several factors. Recognize that you do not have complete control over everything. Catastrophizing means expecting the worst. It's looking at the future from a pessimistic viewpoint. For example, if you miss a payment on a minor bill, you may assume that your credit will suffer as a result. Your credit score will suffer as a result, and you will never be able to purchase a home. Expect the worst but hope for the best. Make your thoughts inspiring by shaping them. Polarizing things are either perfect or dreadful in your eyes. For example, suppose you try a new recipe and it doesn't turn out perfectly. You conclude that you are lousy at cooking and will never be able to produce a good meal. Recognize that life is a spectrum. Failure teaches us lessons, and success allows us to grow. When you notice yourself speaking harshly to yourself, stop. Consider whether you are filtering the positive aspects of this situation. Am I blaming myself for something over which I have no control? Am I anticipating the worst? Is it possible that I'm seeing things in black and white? If you responded yes to any of these questions, take a step back and contemplate what you can do to change your negative thinking to positive thinking. Pay attention to your inner voice. What exactly is it saying? Is it upbeat, cheerful, and encouraging? Or is it riddled with uncertainties, anxieties, and insecurities? Make a note of these ideas. And know them rather than flee from them. This is where we begin. Negative thoughts should be challenged. They are not facts, they are only beliefs formed by previous experiences and concerns. For every negative idea, challenge them and put down a positive counterthought. Mia Yamanouchi once said, "The way you choose to think and speak about yourself is a choice. Replace I can't with I can, and I will." You may have spent your entire life speaking negatively about yourself, but that doesn't mean you have to keep doing so. Don't tell yourself anything you wouldn't tell your best friend. We frequently say hurtful things to ourselves that aren't fair or truthful. Be gentle to yourself if you don't get a promotion. We all make mistakes. We are all imperfect, and we all have terrible days, but it does not make us awful people. If your pals cancel a dinner date, don't assume it's because no one wants to be with you. Don't take everything personally. Begin to see things clearly. Your pals cancel dinner because they are too busy, not because of anything you did. Be kind to yourself and quit personalizing things. Stop striving for perfection. If you strive for perfection, you will never be satisfied. Nobody can be perfect, so don't try to be. It's acceptable to make errors. The most essential thing is to make progress. It is not necessary to be perfect. If you continuously expect to be perfect, negative thoughts will seep back into your head. If you always want to be perfect, you may try to please everyone, which is just impossible. If you quarrel with someone, you may find yourself thinking about it over and over again, which is not healthy. Quit trying to be perfect if you want to quit thinking negatively about yourself. If you continue to compare yourself to others, you are allowing negative thoughts back into your mind. There will always be those who appear to be doing better than you, and that is just fine. Concentrate on yourself and your success rather than how you compare to others. Be contented with what you have and avoid comparing yourself to others. Instead, be thankful. If you catch yourself thinking badly, remind yourself of everything you're thankful for, such as your family, friends, home, car, health, or anything else. It can improve your mood and help you think more favorably. Your mind is like a garden. What you plant will grow, so start cultivating positive, strong, loving, and courageous thoughts. Be present at the moment and let go of any negative ideas that are holding you back by practicing mindfulness through meditation or simple breathing techniques. Surround yourself with positive people, literature, music, and experiences that will feed your spirit and promote your new perspective. It takes time and effort to keep working on it. Make it a daily habit, and you will gradually see a difference. The next time you notice yourself thinking badly, don't dismiss the voice within your head. Instead, respond politely. You will be more understanding and forgiving of yourself as a result. I hope you found this useful. If you want to help, please share this with your loved ones and let me know what you think, and kindly subscribe as well. May the divine love be with you always.